Hey guys, welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. I hope everyone is doing good. Today we are going to be making a wreath on a cooling rack from Dollar Tree. So you will need one cooling rack and they come in a pack of two. You will need 2 rolls of the 10-inch deco mesh. I will add a materials list for you in the description box below. What you're going to want to do is you could spray paint your cooling rack if you wanted to, but I did not. You're going to take your 10-inch deco mesh loop and make a loop. And you're going to work on the second wire and you're going to cut your pipe cleaners in thirds. And you're just going to go to that second wire and attach your loop and then go to the back and give it a few twists. And you will want to have your legs of your cooling rack pointed up at the ceiling. On this one I forgot, but it's best to have the legs pointing upright, if that makes sense, up at the ceiling. So just make your loops about the same size each time and take your pipe cleaners and just attach it to the second wire on your cooling rack. And then you'll want to fluff your loops and then push them forward so that it's nice and full. So you're going to go from top to bottom and you'll make sure and push each time the loops forward so that you have a nice full and fluffy row of deco mesh. Now you could do 3 rows, but I just did one on the left and one on the right, and it takes 2 rolls of the 10-inch deco mesh to do one cooling rack the way that I'm doing it here. So this is very simple to make. You just keep making your loops, and I would guess about 10-inch probably loops, and then take your pipe cleaner and attach it to the wire and then go on to the next one. So just do this on the left side and on the right side. And you'll start your right side the same way you did your left side. So just make your sides match. And like I said, if you want it fuller, you might want to pick up another roll of the deco mesh to do the center row. Okay, so I've got the left side complete, and I just pushed them forward to make it nice and full and thick. And then you'll do both sides, same steps. And I believe this deco mesh came from Hobby Lobby. Okay guys, and here it is, all fluffy. And it makes a really pretty big wreath when it's complete. Okay, so now we're ready to decorate. So you'll need one sign from Dollar Tree, and I chose this cute little ghost sign with the words boo on it. You will need 2 rolls of ribbon with wire. I picked up some felt spiders and some of the Dollar Tree little eyeballs and a few of the pumpkin, medium-sized pumpkin picks from Dollar Tree too. And here I am just hot gluing some pipe cleaners onto the back of the sign so that I can attach it to my cooling rack. So make sure you let it have plenty of time to dry. And then you'll just fold your pipe cleaners upward. Just find a spot where that you can reach your cooling rack, thread your pipe cleaners through, then go to the back and give it a few twists. And then you'll want to fluff your deco mesh back up. And you could, when you get finished, put a sheet of felt over the back to cover the back of your cooling rack so it doesn't scratch your door, or you could add a placemat over the back of your cooling rack so it doesn't scratch your door. So either one will work. Okay, and now I am making a bow. And yesterday I uploaded a bow tutorial and I did 3 different style bows. So if you haven't checked that video out, please check it out. But basically the same steps right here. Back and forth, keeping it pinched tightly in my hand and trying to make the loops the same size on each side. And ribbon with wire works best. It just holds its shape. And remember to let out a tail when you start and when you finish. And you'll want some floral stem wire close by. And I usually buy the 20 gauge. If you have a design on your ribbon, sometimes you have to give it a twist to keep the design on top and showing. And when you're using 2 different color ribbons, you just kind of have to keep them lined up and try not to let them get twisted up when you're making your bow. So you just have to be patient and work with it. And then I usually trim my tails at a slant, but you can go back and fix them in the end. Just make sure you don't let go of the center of your bow. And then I am going to take a piece of floral stem wire and just wrap it around the center of my bow tightly, and leave your wires long. Okay, and here's how my bow looks. And you'll have to fluff your bow a couple times before you hang it up on your door. And I am just threading my floral stem wire through the deco mesh, through the cooling rack, going to the back of the cooling rack and going to give it a few twists, and then we'll trim off the extra wire and fold it down. But just make sure that you thread the wire through the deco mesh. You don't want to change the shape of your wreath, so make sure you're threading your wires through the deco mesh for this. And then here my daughter is just hot gluing on some felt spiders. She hot glued on some of the eyeballs from Dollar Tree, and then the medium-sized pumpkin picks. We just broke off the little stem and hot glued the pumpkins on. So this was very simple to do, and it has a neat and unusual shape. So if you're tired of the circle wreaths, this is something fun for a change. And then I added some tails to the bottom of my wreath. So I just tried to pinch it in the center, then wrap a pipe cleaner around the center, and then I took the pipe cleaner and attached it to the bottom of the cooling rack. And then I took the ribbons on the bow and on the tails, or streamers, whatever you want to call them, and I kind of rolled them up to give it kind of like a curled effect. So you can do that if you want to. The ribbons were trying to cover up the little ghost, so I did that so that you could see the little ghost, sweet little face. So that's all I did, and it held because the ribbon has wire. So that's it, guys. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you soon. I almost forgot to mention that I just took a pipe cleaner, threaded it through the top of the cooling rack, and made a loop, and then hung it up on my door. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching.